time capsule on my American experience 50 years, which I need to bring into the film anthology because it's where I did all my glasswork. Since I've been left Egypt, I've been only working with the pencil and the pen. And basically, I'll just give you a little bit more with my anthology because I own 2 houses in America. Mount Shasta, I had a beautiful studio, a beautiful home. And then through my search for the grass is greener, and also to get out of each epicenter, I can stay there, but I'm going to have different experiences if I move, because I'm still a quintessential traveler. So basically, I moved to New Mexico, in what we call the Four Corners area. And in New Mexico, which are very long stories, basically, but eventually I came across deserted 9 acres of land and bought and remodeled this house from, again, miraculous manifestation of circumstances and grace, from nothing. And then from that cycle in New Mexico, I built a center there and remodeled a home, and I did another series of windows to do with shamanic information, including eagles, golden eagle of insight, and black panther, which actually resides in Mount Shasta now. Each one is an experiential library. And my vision with film was, oh, wouldn't it be great if I could explain it and then we can actually take a journey. And I know there's so much lack of really good material in film. I'm not saying that there is a new wave of conscious material, but like you said, in the past, this dark story of, we're looking at new story in media. So the glass templates, each one carries encodements. So from New Mexico, which was my last home, I was in a wonderful relationship with Misha, but again, my tendency, my past tendency, or probably a little bit of it left, of reacting, I broke the chalice of our relationship and we sold the property and I moved on. But I'd already accessed England and I knew that there was a piece with me with Merlyn and my work because I was receiving this information from Merlyn. And also I moved to Sedona, and each time I moved my studios, I loaded it in a U-Haul, packed every single box, every single piece alone in boxes. And even my obsidian for my medicine wheel, and then loaded it, and each time it got a little bit less. Until I only had my windows left, and in California, at the end of the day, I just had my few windows in my van. I'm living in my library. I'm living completely alternatively. I'm basically living in my van and still writing, because this is the gnosis of knowledge that I was receiving. I needed to understand language inside and out and what it is I'm saying so that I have something that I can convey. So that's like a little time capsule, but I will mention Kathy McNeil on the McNeil Ranch, 3,300, I'm not quite sure, acres of organic beef. I don't have a testimony to the meat industry except that it be organic. A wonderful friend who also assisted me in one of the places I lived, and I lived in Spiritual Center in Crestone, Colorado. So these are all major spiritual centers in America, from Ojai in California. We have no idea here or in Europe about this heritage in America, and my vision here was to connect the dots between Europe, the best of America and the best of Europe, and for ultimately people to come to Egypt, and you can come to Egypt. There's really no problem. You just have to want to come, and it's the safest place I've ever lived. And it's certainly one of the healthiest places because I can swim. The only thing in the summer is it's just a little too hot. So, but I want to be mobile, and I want to connect the dots, and I really want to come back to America I think with this film project and interview the people with the windows and create this thing of a new way where if we gather our forces and protect it at this time of closure. But we can do a lot on the internet to begin to meet. So thank you, each one that's assisted. I can't think of too many other important names, but Kathy, I'm just going to say hi on this video clip to Kathy McNeil. She was a true friend. And there's a small picture of my windows there. And just pondering the past, which is what we do when we get into the elder years. And seeing that possibly it's a worthy story. And also what I discovered, the panacea and the codes. Why I'm telling this story is I discovered the panacea and the codes to set it free, but in order to bring it into a practical educational model, it's just going to need some assistance from people who want to study the mysteries. So I'll just say at the end, after my experiences on the mountain, I was told basically, because I had access to the tunnel with all the great guys and this, they said very clearly, do you think Zen on all this information is just for you to make your ascension? And they got me off the mountain and they threw me back in the road and they threw me to 0 point. So I could really assess and recreate everything again one more last time so that I can understand what stands in the way, which is the education of the shadow of our souls and the story that belonged to the past and how to heal it, redeem it, amend it, forgive it in our souls and in all the reflections, and move forward, because the earth is moving to galactic center in this very instant. It's a story that we have to find on the other side of the world. To be with those others who can comprehend. And it's just, if you ask, you must ask. And you must forgive, as I must constantly each day. And ask for assistance and guidance in what it is that this one is trying to do through me to assist humanity in the time of COVID with the Western mysteries of being in here in Egypt. They're not limited by being here in Egypt, so that we can continue building up field of synergy and synthesis one by one.